Greetings, YouTube. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We're back. It's doing a little thundering and a little raining. I'm trying to get the fields rolled. This is the last step that we have to do before we can advance to the next phase of things, which I'm trying to think now. Probably need to mow. I need to check on the grass up there to see if it's time yet. I want to say, trying to remember if April was the first month to mow in, or I think it is. I think it's actually ready in March, but don't quote me on that. And it's not when it's ready to mow; it's when it's ready to mow, because it'll say it's ready to harvest it, but it's not quite time ready to harvest it. It's not fully grown during that first ready to harvest phase. It's kind of weird the way they do that. Yeah, sure, you can follow. If you want to make sure you catch us in the next ones, we typically go live on Saturdays and Sundays, and maybe sometimes during the week. And we'll put up other YouTube videos. YouTube.com/TheGrainArcade. Thank you for following. I see your hammer, Sean, but I don't know what it's for. Looking back now at all the other stuff, but I don't see anything. Okay. Wonder if that's still a thing where I can't do it in here anymore. Find my mouse here. Apparently that's still a thing. I don't know when they changed this up, but they did. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. Okay, I've got it pulled up now. Apparently I have to have a separate window to do it now. I hate it when they change things. You get used to doing something, and then they go and change it to where you can't do it that way anymore. What GPU do I use? I use the 3090. I think I'm gonna hold off until they release probably the 6000 series, before I consider upgrading. Yeah, they changed they also changed your control of your chat. Where you would go and swing that band hammer. Like it's not, if it's still there somewhere, I don't know where it's at, because used to you just clicked on the name and then you just hit it. I don't know where they moved that to in the broadcast software here, but it's not there. It's not in the same spot anymore. I can do it under a separate browser window. That's inconvenient. What's wrong, Phil?
Oh, nothing. 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 It's just that awesome time.
Is it?
For me, I gotta go do a couple loose errands and then, back and play some golf.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be here tonight.
Okay. Well, same with me. You never know.
Yeah, if I'm not, don't be surprised, but hopefully I can be here tonight.
Okay. I'll talk to you maybe tomorrow. If not, tonight. If not, whenever.
All right, we'll see you.
Yep.
I gotta get a haircut sometime soon. just about got it. Looks like I missed a spot back there. Not a very big spot. I might just let that go. And I gotta roll this field and that field. And these up here. But everything's fertilized. So that's good. Except for that one. I gotta fertilize that one. 8. I think he put sorghum in there. Yep. Not our field. I need to turn down this road first. And actually, I'm going to get us out of this rain first. I will say, it is a prettier game. Are there things that could be better? Yes, but when you take into consideration like all the stuff that they've added, like if we would stay in the rain and it rains heavy or it rains longer, to me, there needs to be clouds in the sky when it's raining. There are no rain clouds. These are not rain clouds, by the way. These are like cirrus clouds. What you need is cumulus clouds in the sky. It needs to be overcast. And their overcast and actual real overcast are very different. Their definition of overcast in this game is partly cloudy or partly sunny. However you want to look at it. That's not overcast. Overcast is nothing but clouds. It is a gray day. There's no sunlight peeking through any part of the clouds when it's overcast. That's what they need to add to this game. They need to make it so when you look at this right here, they actually have an icon right there. May 1st, it's supposed to be partly cloudy or partly sunny. It needs to be that. And if it's overcast, it doesn't need to be. These are not the same thing. These are two totally different things. So yeah, if it's raining, it needs to be overcast, or at least I would say overcast most definitely, because clouds, when it's raining, usually the clouds are moving fast, and it's cumulus clouds. Now, if it's supposed to rain, let's say it's 11 a.m. right now. If it's supposed to rain at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you should be able to see the cumulus clouds rolling in from whichever direction the weather comes from. Which normally, here it comes from the west. So I should be looking off in the west, and there should be cumulus clouds over there, but there is not a single cumulus cloud in the sky. Not one. I see some like, what do you call those clouds? The Matmas clouds, but there needs to be something there for the rain to come out of, and there's nothing there for the rain to come out of. So the rain is just magically falling from the blue sky up there. Yeah, it could be better. The fog could be better. I mean, it's great, but it could be better because cuts off at mid tree, which it shouldn't cut off at the middle of the trees or the height of the trees. It should, if it's foggy, it needs to be foggy and go over the trees to where when you go into a vehicle and zoom your camera out, and you zoom your camera all the way out, you should not be able to see the top layer of that fog. I mean, if it's foggy, it needs to be foggy everywhere. Now, if you go inside your cab, you'll still see that stuff if you're on a hill. And believe me, there's plenty of hills here. You'll see that top layer, and it's like the fog never. Um, it's really never that way. So, and they may have done it too because of like the graphics loading and stuff like that, and maybe for the console people. Now, I do like the sound, so you can hear the rain. I do like the effects of the water on the tires. I do like the effects of the water on like the chassis. That's a thing. I like the effect of the water puddles on the highway, so you can see. Since I looked at this just a minute ago, this has increased. I like that. I like that you can see the reflection of the sun in the puddle. So you can see how I can look in the puddle and there's the sun. I shouldn't be seeing the sun, but I like that the reflection is there. I like you can see the reflection of your vehicle. Like if you have your headlights on or taillights, you can see that reflection in the puddle. But yeah, it could be better, but it is a prettier game than it was before. Than it was in 22. So if you're considering, buying this, know that it's a prettier game than it was before. And it's you got to think it's getting better, all the time with every game release they come out with, and they work on it, they do. I'm not a programmer, so but I can just say like this is what it should be. The clouds that shouldn't be a problem. Because when it's partly cloudy and you go to a spot where there's no sun shining through, if you've got that part of the sky covered as with a cloud, then you can do the whole sky that way. Just saying. Alright, I need to check on. I can find it. There we go. Check on this grass and see if it's ready. It is ready. So the way you can tell if your grass is ready, it needs to be slightly taller than the meadow grass on the edge of the field. So this is not grown yet. I was trying to find a comparison, but I think all my grass fields are synced up. Yeah, I like being able to see the reflections in the puddles. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is ready. This is definitely ready to be mowed. So we'll get up here and mow that when it's not raining. Let me check these other grass fields down south. Yeah, it's a completely new engine. And that one's ready. That one is ready. And when I say ready, I mean it's ready. This one down here, let me visit that one. So it's not in the first harvest stage just yet. In the next month, it will be, but it won't be ready. So you can see how the outside meadow grass versus the field grass here, it's going to be slightly taller, but about the same color, but it won't be taller than this grass on the edge of the field. You want it to be like we got down there. All right. Got any pellets? Nope, not yet. tell you what, I'm gonna get out of this rain. We're gonna go sleep at Grandpa's house. And anytime it rains or hails or anything like that, Grandpa goes away. He does not hang around at all. So I'm gonna sleep. Go to the next morning. 8 o'clock should be fine. And guys, I'm gonna take a real quick break, and then I'll be back. We'll do some more stuff here. So get through this sleep here real quick. And Grandpa should be back. Yep, he's back. All right, Grandpa, keep him company. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Let's see, is there anything on sale today? Nothing really great. Which is a good thing because we're kind of, wanting to save our money to buy some more fieldage. And then we got to start paying back that loan real soon. Alright, so we do have a couple of pallets there. And a couple pallets there. We slept, so it's going to make a little bit. Need to put some more trees in here pretty soon. Alright, yeah, so you see how that says overcast now? These are more, these are more of the cumulus type of clouds. These are not, this is not overcast. I would say this is partly sunny. This is not partly cloudy. Partly cloudy would be more clouds with just a few breaks in it. That would be partly cloudy. I would say partly sunny probably would be, this. This is not overcast. And then a clear sky should be the sun, Nothing but the sun. And the thing is like they have the new graphics engine, they have the new game engine. It's possible to do that stuff, so not impossible. I mean, they've already got the clouds there. They just need to turn it up a notch, increase it. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do this week is try to work on getting the trees thinned out around, like up north around the fields up there. Maybe a few more down here. We've got this entire new homestead down here to clean up and clean around. So yeah, if we can get to work on that and clean the trees up. And then eventually we'll sell the soybean crop from last year. I don't know if we have as much this time around. We might. Let me look. I can't remember. What the deal you and John use to see stumps in grid form? That is developer mode. And I've still got to do that. I haven't done that yet. Soybeans, we have 168,000 liters of soybeans. So it's a little less than what we had last year. We had 100 and I want to say we had 190 something thousand liters. But we've been kind of expanding into other crops and stuff, and we didn't plant the soybean fields up at the homestead. We've got rice up there now, and then we've got corn up there now. We got a corn header. So plus we're getting into the wheat and the oats and stuff. So Now we have this whole field of soybeans, and then we have that other field of soybeans down there, and then we have this one, which we had soybeans in half of it and then sorghum in the other half, but we got all soybeans in it now. So we should have more soybeans, and you know what? We've still got to prep these other two fields up here. I completely forgot about these in town that we bought. So we need to plant something there. It's a flat field, so I'm kind of leaning towards rice. But I may just do like a round of corn in it or something. I don't know. Of course, there's money in beans. I could throw beans in it again. It's not very big though. It's not a huge field for beans. I did merge those two together. So it's not a great big field for beans. You know, you want a field for beans, you want something bigger like that, or you know, like this one right here, you know. One thing I've never seen them put soybeans up here. Anywhere. Really anywhere north of the river on this entire side of the map. I have never seen them plant soybeans over here. So that must not be soybean country over there. Really, you know, to me, I could see, you know, doing, you know, cotton down here. Or maybe up there. Where's the spinnery at? Is it on this side of the map? I think that's it right there. Yeah, so there's the spinnery. So to me, logically, it would make sense to do cotton over here. And they do have a couple of cotton fields over here, so. And then the maize, honestly, it's a sunflower maize, so wouldn't break my heart to, sadly, you know, not sadly, but it wouldn't break my heart to see that go. You know, buy it and plow it under, and I'm pretty sure you can get rid of the fence up there on it, and then you can just merge all of these fields together at least before you run into asphalt. It's got potential. What's that commercial? You've got potential. And he's got potential, and she's got potential. And you've got potential. What is that, Geico commercial with Pinocchio or something? Do a lot of vegetables at the moment. Yeah, vegetables are great. I'm definitely want to get into vegetables. As soon as we get to the point where we can, then we will, definitely. But you got to have special stuff to do vegetables. You really can't just jump right into it unless you completely start out in vegetables. I mean, to have all the tools, unless you started a new farmer and you have just, you know, a ton of grandpa's money or something, you can't jump headlong into it. Because that vegetable harvester, now you can, if you wanted to start, you know, the other way, if you wanted to start with one of these, it does one row at a time. And I think maybe one of them does 2 rows at a time. Although I don't know which one. Maybe that one? Is that a vegetable harvester? Yeah, that's a vegetable harvester. To me, it's go big, and that's not big. It's only 3 meters wide. It's go big or go home. And I feel the same way about potatoes and sugar beets and all of that stuff. Yeah, that's developer mode. I've got to go and turn that on. I need to try to do that soon, because I mean, there's times when it could be useful. Yeah, when you add all that up, your spinach harvester, your pea harvester, your all that stuff. Unless you lease it, and eventually those leasing costs do add up. You could own it by the time you pay, a ton of leasing costs. And you need to plow a lot. Do you have to plow a lot with vegetables? Yeah, but you can see the top layer of the fog back there. I could see this, if they wanted to adjust this in the future, this could be patchy fog, and then they could have a dense fog. Patchy fog would be like this, where it's just patchy. It's only in certain spots. It's not everywhere. Dense fog, we have dense fog here in the deep south, and that fog is everywhere. Your visibility goes down significantly when you have dense fog. Sugar beets and potatoes every harvest. Well, we have a plow. We're ready there, I guess. Subsoiler would work too, I reckon, in that area. No, yeah. And that's, that's great that, you have that agriculture around you. I only have, trying to think. I think I only have one root crop around me. Everything else, the majority of it is soybeans and corn. We do have sorghum and we do have wheat. Um, and cotton. Cotton is a big one. Here in the deep south, cotton is a pretty big one. And there's some places have, in the deep south, they have peanuts, and some have the long grain rice. Some do other crops. A lot of hay farms, where they do all the cattle stuff. They bale the hay. I've even seen areas that actually do the wrapping and stuff, and for what that is, and that I know what that is, now I've seen them do that. Yeah, well, there are some. If you get and I don't know, you might be able to find them on Giant's website somewhere. But I know if you get the collector's edition of Farming Simulator, they have modding tutorials in there to kind of show you the ropes. Now there's extra stuff that goes along with it, depending on how and what you want to do. I don't know how to use Blender, and all that software and stuff like that, but the modding tutorials, I would imagine they probably cover a majority of like how to do a lot of that stuff. Well, guys, it's that time. It is lunch time, and I've got a lot of rolling to do. I got to finish this field, and I need to roll the next field down there, and then I've got fields up north of me here that need to be rolled. Go to the needs rolling here. Yeah, got to finish this big field. Got to do that field. Got to do that field. Got to do these fields. And then I need to go ahead and I guess try to plow this grass field up and redo it. And then do everything it needs, lime, rolling, all that stuff. And then I've got this field right here that there's a lot of room for expansion up here, but I got to clear some trees. So that's going to take a minute. That I might not even have that done by the next stream, but hopefully I can work on it and at least, put a dent in it, even if I have to haul my timber down to the sawmill and it's stored in the backyard in piles. So that's kind of been the plan, to haul all that stuff and just kind of store it down there and then put it in when we need it, when we need it in there. But so far, right now, all our productions are running good. Knock on wood. All right. Until the next time, guys, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. Remember, we're not streaming on September the 21st, which is this coming Saturday. I would like to stream another day, so maybe sometime this week. It might be the week after that. So have a good one. Have a good rest of your weekend. We'll see y'all in the next one.